All right, buckle up. This one's got everything. A volatile relationship, a courtroom showdown, and a defendant who's about to face some very serious charges. Let's see how the judge handles Franklin Kessler, and why this hearing takes a shocking turn later on.
Court is on the record in State of Ohio versus Franklin Kessler, case number 25 CRA 111, arraigned on 2 counts of abduction, a third-degree felony, and robbery, a third-degree felony. He pled not guilty to those charges on April 29th, 2025. In this case is set for a preliminary hearing today. Court is also taking up City of Conneaut versus Franklin Kessler, case number 25 CRB 81. Defendant pled not guilty to 1 count of criminal trespass on April 8th, 2025. We conducted a pretrial conference on April 29th, 2025, and this case is set for a second pretrial conference. Court is taking up also companion cases to the felony case 25 CRB 112 and 25 TRD 331, where the defendant pled not guilty to charges of domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor, driving under suspension, FRA suspension, an unclassified misdemeanor, and expired plates, a minor misdemeanor. Those cases are set for a first pretrial conference. Mr. Kessler remains incarcerated in the Conneaut City Jail. He's not been able to post the bond that the court set on April 29th. He is appearing by way of video. His attorney, Sean Martin, is in the courtroom. He is appearing at table 2 on the video. Also in the courtroom are Law Director John Lewis, and sitting at table with him, Sergeant Kurt Distel of the Conneaut Police Department. They are appearing at table 1 on the video. And it's my understanding from my bailiff that Mr. Lewis, that this preliminary hearing will go forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll call your first witness, Mr. Lewis.
Thank you, Your Honor. The State of Ohio will call Marissa Soder.
Okay, so the video is, Mr. Martin, if you don't mind, if Ms. Soder can sit next to you.
Franklin, did you hear what's going to happen?
I just heard that.
So, for the sake of the camera, she's going to sit at the table next to me, but I'm not, just so you're not taken by surprise, okay?
Would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, you may proceed, Mr. Lewis.
Thank you. Ms. Soder, would you please state your name and spell your name for the record?
Yeah, my name is Marissa Soder, and it's M-E-R-I-S-S-A, and my last name is S-O-E-D-E-R.
Thank you. And are you familiar with the defendant in this matter, Franklin Kessler?
Yes.
So right here, we learn that Marissa and Franklin weren't strangers. They were a couple. That's crucial. Because when domestic relationships enter the courtroom, things get emotionally charged fast. And watch how the prosecutor handles her. Every word matters.
And how are you familiar with them?
We were dating.
Sorry?
We were dating.
Okay. Did you live together or anything? Okay.
You'll have to respond verbally, so you can't just shake your head.
For about 3 years.
Okay. I want to draw your attention to April 28th of this year. Did you encounter Mr. Kessler that day?
You'll have to speak loudly. Man.
And please speak, don't just nod your head. You have to say the word yes.
Sorry.
All right, that's okay. Not everybody testifies on a regular basis, so you don't really understand. And so you said you did encounter him on April 28th.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And what, if anything, happened with you and Mr. Kessler on that day, ma'am?
I came home from work. He basically asked me where text messages were between me and one of my friends.
Let me stop you there. When you say you came home, where's your home? Go ahead, sorry.
He asked where the text messages were. I told him that they weren't in there. He got angry He wanted my phone. I wouldn't give him my phone. I asked my friend to send me the screenshots. He didn't trust that I would show them to him. So he went to go and grab my phone. And when he first tried to grab it, he ripped my shirt. I ran out into the hallway of my apartment building. And as I was going out that door, I don't know if he was going for my phone or for my hair or what, but he had a chunk of my hair, ripped it out, and then took my phone from there. After that,
Let me stop you there. Did he forcefully take the phone away from you?
yes, I did not give it to him.
Okay. And he also pulled your hair?
Yes.
Okay. What happened next?
After that, he went back into the apartment, said something about somebody's going to be calling the cops now. So I went out to my car, figured this could be my way to get him to his mom's house, took him to his mom's. He would not get out of my car when I got there. He said he wasn't going there. So I started walking down the road to get away from him. He started following me. I started running down, I don't know what road it is, it's off of Millard. I started running down that road. He ran right after me, got up to me.
Let me stop you there. You ran down that road?
I walked down Millard and then started.
Why did you walk down the road?
To get away from him,
Okay.
because he wanted to get out of my car.
Did you try to get him out of your car?
Yes.
Try to get him to leave your car?
Yes, I asked
He
him.
refused to leave your car?
Yes.
Did you take him to his mother's voluntarily?
Yes.
Okay. And then you were trying to get away from him and you walked away?
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. And you walked down the road?
Yes.
What happened next?
He started following me when I was walking down Millard, and
On
then,
foot?
yes.
Okay.
And then we got to that road that is off of Millard, whatever that road is right there.
You said he ran after you?
Yes, so he started running after me.
When he ran after you,
This moment is key. Fear isn't just an emotion here, it's evidence. Under Ohio law, the feeling of being threatened or restrained by force can actually satisfy the element of abduction. So the prosecutor's drilling down on fear because that's how they prove intent.
you saw him running towards you, how did you feel?
I was scared, and I started running.
You started running to get away from him?
Yes,
What? You said you were in fear?
yes,
Why?
because we've been in this situation before.
And what do you mean by that? Could you elaborate?
When he got out of prison, he beat me up really bad. And
Okay, but so when you say you were in fear of what?
him
Doing what to you?
beating me and getting me.
Okay, so you were in fear that he was going to assault you.
What happens if you do?
Did you feel threatened by that when he ran towards you?
Yeah.
Hold on. Mr. Kessler, you can get emotional, but do not say anything, or I'll turn the volume down. You're not going to be heard.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So he ran up to you. You ran from him. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And he caught up to you.
Yes.
Now, what happened then?
Basically, when he caught up to me, I just knew that I had to go back to his mom's house.
You felt that he made you go back to your mom's house?
Yeah.
Okay. Just out of fear?
Yeah.
You were afraid of being assaulted again?
Yes.
And so you went back to his mom's house with him?
Yes.
Okay, what happened? Did you go voluntarily?
Yes and no. I don't know how I would answer that.
Okay. I mean, the question is, why did you go? Why did you not keep walking away?
Because I knew if I kept trying to walk away, he would just keep following me, or it would get worse.
Okay. So you were in fear of him at that point in
Yeah.
time? And you went back to his mother's house?
Yes.
What happened then? What happened next?
When we got back to his mom's house, he went to go sit on the porch, and I tried to get in my car and leave again. And he got into my car again.
So he wouldn't let you leave?
No. He at some point took my cup and smashed it on the ground in his mom's driveway, and that's when his mom came out. And she started yelling at me, telling me to leave. I told her I would leave if he lets me. He took a water bottle and poured water. He ripped my stereo out, poured water into my stereo to where it just broke so many things in my car. And then his mom, she just kept yelling at me, telling me to leave, telling me to let him leave with me. And she finally said that she was calling the cops. And when she, when she said that she was calling the cops, he finally went back inside and I drove a few houses down to wait for the cops.
Did you ever get your phone back from him?
No.
The individual that you know as Franklin Kessler, the one who forcibly took your phone from you and restrained your liberty from leaving from his mom's house. Do you see him on the screen there?
Yes.
Okay. Could you describe what he's wearing?
An orange jumpsuit.
Record will reflect the witnesses identified the defendant.
I have no further questions at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Martin, any cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Good afternoon, ma'am. When you said you went back to Mr. Kessler's mother's house, and I want to make, that's what you turned around and went back, right? Okay. You said you were afraid, but he didn't tell you to do that, correct?
No.
He didn't threaten you and say, do this or else.
No.
And you said he wasn't violent to you at that point, correct? I know you mentioned previously there were other things, but that moment when you turned around.
No.
Okay. And you drove a few houses down, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Redirect.
Just briefly, Your Honor. Ms. Soder, when Mr. Kessler ran up to you, you ran from him, is that correct?
Yes.
And what made you stop running?
He caught up to me.
Okay. And did that put you in fear at that time?
Yes.
What were you afraid of?
Him hitting me.
Okay. And so was it the fear of him hitting you that made you walk back to his mom's house with them?
Yes.
Thank you. Those are all the questions I had, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Soder, where did all this take place?
It started at Highland and then ended at his mom's house.
Where's his mom's house? Is all of this in the city of Conneaut, Ashtabula County, Ohio?
Yes.
Any follow-up to my questions, Mr. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
Any follow-up to my questions, Mr. Martin?
Your Honor, I guess I would just, I would object at this time. I don't know if it's establishing venue would necessarily be on the court's purview to establish those.
I can ask questions, Mr. Martin. Do you have any follow-up questions to my questions?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Thank you. Okay, you're excused. Ms. Soder, you can go take a seat in the back of the courtroom. Any further questions, any witnesses, Mr. Lewis?
Yeah, Sergeant Distel.
You can stay seated, just so we can get you on camera. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to get is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sergeant, please state your full name for the record.
Curtis Distel,
And would you spell it, please?
spelling on the last Distel.
Thank you. Are you employed with the Conneaut Police Department?
I am.
And how long have you been so employed?
Over 25 years.
And you're a certified peace officer in the state of Ohio?
I am.
Okay. I want to draw your attention to April 28th. Were you on duty that day?
I was.
And did you have any encounter with Marissa Soder?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Please describe for the court how that came to be.
We were called to the area of Millard Avenue it was reported that Mr. Kessler and Ms. Soder were in the middle of the street, causing a disturbance and blocking cars from proceeding down the road. I responded to the scene, met with Ms. Soder by her vehicle, asked her what occurred, and she described the incident.
Okay. And after you spoke with Ms. Soder, what, if anything else, did you do to investigate the incident?
After speaking with her, I spoke with Franklin Kessler and his mother. We also spoke with a couple other neighbors in the area, asked what they had seen. And
Were there other officers there as well?
yes, Patrolman Ball was with me.
Well, what, if anything else, did your investigation entail?
In speaking with Ms. Soder, she indicated that there was an incident of domestic violence. From what we gathered, it led to the arrest of Franklin Kessler.
So he was arrested that day.
Yeah.
Did you run a leads check on Mr. Kessler at that point in time?
Yes, we did.
And what if anything did you learn from that?
It said there was a protection order protecting Marissa Soder from Franklin Kessler.
Okay. What, if anything else, did you learn about that protection order?
The leads printout indicated that it had never been served on Mr. Kessler.
A protection order? That's a big deal. It means the court already believed Marissa needed legal protection from Franklin before this incident even happened. Even if it wasn't served yet, just having that order on record adds serious weight to the state's case.
But you did verify that there was a protection order.
Yes, I contacted the sheriff's office and asked if they wanted to send the guy over to serve it, since it hadn't been served yet.
So anything else regarding your investigation on April 28th?
Her had advised that her phone was missing. I had asked to look for it. Ms. Kessler and Franklin gave me permission to search the area around where we had located Franklin, and I couldn't find it.
Anything further as far as your investigation into this matter?
At a later time, I was contacted by the Kesslers, who advised that they later found the phone and said I could come pick it up.
So that would be, when you say the Kesslers, you're referring to the
Yes, I'm
defendant's
sorry.
parents?
Yeah, no, Cody, his brother,
Oh,
and Christina, his mother.
Okay, gotcha. And you indicated that then, what happened after you spoke with those folks?
I went to the scene, met with Cody. He advised that he gave me his word that he would return the phone if he found it. He handed me a phone as described as the missing one by Ms. Soder.
And what if anything, did you do with that phone?
Entered it into evidence.
And where was the phone discovered, if you know?
Cody Kessler advised me he found it in a sewing machine in the, quote, kid's bedroom, unquote.
Okay. And it is the phone that was described to you by Ms. Soder?
It was as she described the day I asked her to describe the missing phone.
Did you do anything else to verify that it was Ms. Kessler's phone?
It had a picture in black and white on the front, screensaver that she had described. It was her daughter in a black and white image, and it was a leopard skin pattern on the back of the phone. I also called the number that she had given me earlier, and it rang to that phone. And she also gave me the passcode to unlock it, and I entered that and unlocked it.
And you indicated that Mr. Franklin Kessler was arrested that day, correct?
He was.
Okay. The individual that we're referring to as Franklin Kessler, who was arrested that day, do you see him on the screen there in front of you?
I do.
And could you describe what he's wearing?
Lower right screen, orange jumpsuit.
Record will reflect the witnesses identified the defendant.
Thank you, Sergeant. I have no further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any cross-examination?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. You're excused. You can remain seated unless you have to leave. But that's, okay. Any further evidence, Mr. Lewis?
No further evidence, Your Honor.
Okay. So the plaintiff rests? Plaintiff rests?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Defense, any evidence you'd like to offer?
Your Honor, no, not at this time.
Okay. Okay, argument, Mr. Lewis.
Yes, Your Honor. Briefly, thank you. The evidence that we just heard in the courtroom establishes all the elements of both robbery and abduction. The robbery elements would be Mr. Kessler in attempting in committing a theft offense. He stole Marissa Soder's phone, and he did so by force. That is, if that evidence is believed, that is the commission a robbery offense under 2911.02A3. He pulled her hair, forcefully took the phone out of her hand. She never got it back. Pontiac Police Department did a good investigation and actually came up with the phone and was able to get into evidence. It was taken from his mother's, Mr. Kessler's mother's house. As far as the abduction, Your Honor, that statute says that no person without privilege to do so shall knowingly do any of the following. Under A2, by force or threat, restrain the liberty of another person under circumstances that create a risk of physical harm to the victim or place the other person in fear. We just heard Ms. Soder's testimony. She felt threatened when Mr. Kessler ran up to her so much that she ran away from him, and he finally caught up to her. She was placed in fear that he was going to beat her as he had done previously, and that she was so frightened that she knew that if she did go back with him, that he might assault her again, and she was placed in fear by that. So she was returned to his mother's house. Also, Your Honor, we heard her testimony that he kept refusing to let her leave, kept refusing to get out of the car to allow her to leave, and that's why she finally got out of her own car and started walking down the road. So, Your Honor, I think that the elements essential to the abduction have also been shown here by preponderance of the evidence, and would ask that this case, both charges be bound over to the Asheville County Grand Jury. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I guess I'll address the robbery first. Your Honor, there's no indication, we would argue that if the court were to believe Ms. Soder's testimony, Sergeant Distel did indicate that he did search the home, did not find the phone. The phone was later returned by another party. Your Honor, at that point, it's my understanding that my client was already in custody at that point. So I don't know what happened with the phone, how the phone got there. I think that's not clear where the phone went, how it ended up in that position. So I don't believe it's proper at this point to attribute that to my client's actions. And then moving on to the abduction count, Your Honor, there were no verbal threats. There was no, while I understand Ms. Soder indicated she alleges violence occurred previous, at this point in time, no violence had occurred. The threat of violence, Your Honor, I believe that's entirely her own subjective belief. I don't know if there's any actual belief at that point that she would be harmed. She voluntarily turned back. She said she voluntarily brought my client to his mother's house. She did indicate that she wanted to leave, but she did not. Your Honor, it's not clear that anything was preventing her from leaving if he got into the car or the things he had done. She did end up walking away, and then later on, eventually, she did end up leaving on her own. There's no indication that my client attempted to stop her, take the keys, obstruct the vehicle from actually moving at all. So with that said, Your Honor, we do not believe that state has met its burden for proving the elements of robbery at this point or abduction to the necessary level of proof. Thank you.
Thank you. Any response, Mr. Lewis?
Your Honor, just that the abduction statute talks about by force or threat. Ms. Soder testified that when Franklin Kessler ran up behind her, she felt threatened by his physical presence and the fact that he ran after her down the road. And she testified that she felt that if she did not return to his mother's house with him, that she would be assaulted again. And, you know, I feel that under those circumstances, she was placed in fear by the threat of force, even though it wasn't, stated. She still felt that threat and felt threatened that if she didn't go back, that she would be assaulted again. And so, for those reasons, I feel that the abduction is warranted, should be found over, and the robbery also. It's a theft offense. Took his phone away from her. Took her phone away from her by force. And under those circumstances, Your Honor, and the fact that the phone was eventually found in Mr. Kessler's mother's house, that evidence supports sufficiently on the robbery to also find that over as well. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was trying to clear myself, but I just had one thing just for the record. I know the state's already spoken again, but I wasn't able to bring something, I couldn't remember the case name at the time, but Counterman v. Colorado, it's a Supreme Court case from 2023. It deals specifically with spoken threats, Your Honor, and that there has to be a knowing and reckless disregard. A substantial risk or statement will be viewed as threatening violence. I know it's not exactly this, Your Honor, but I think that the court could look at the reckless, whether there's a reckless disregard of the conduct would be considered a threat, and I don't believe that's been met here, so I would just proffer that for the record.
Oh boy. Here comes the moment every defense attorney dreads. The defendant wants to speak. And spoiler, that never goes well in open court. Let's see what Franklin has to say, and how quickly his lawyer tries to stop him.
Your Honor, my client's raised his hand, and I'm not sure what he's attempting to raise at this second.
Mr. Kessler, you're raising your hand. What would you like?
Can I say something?
Franklin, it's up to you. I would not recommend you speak, though, because this could be used against you.
I would like to say this. I have a broken leg that's been broken twice. I can't run. There was no way I could run after her down the street. I have a rod that goes from my ankle to my kneecap. I have 2 plates and screws.
Franklin, I can tell the court for you, okay?
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. I appreciate you letting me know. Your Honor, I would just also indicate my client does suffer from a broken leg, and it does hamper his ability to move.
Okay, based on the testimony we're talking force. We're talking someone Ms. Soder, who testified under oath that he took a chunk of her hair out of her at early on in this entire incident, which is forceful, and that force continued, or threat of force.
And there it is, the bind-over decision. The judge says there's enough evidence to send Franklin to a higher court for felony charges. Translation? The case isn't over, it's just getting started. And that outburst you're about to hear? Yeah, it's not going to help him.
Court, which court finds that threat of force continued throughout this incident. I do find that probable cause exists and substantial credible evidence has been presented that both offenses charged were committed by this defendant. As a result, I will go ahead and bind this case over to the Asheville County Common Pleas Court for further proceedings. That's the felony case. I will also bind over 25 CRB 1112, that being the domestic violence charge, misdemeanor domestic violence charge pursuant to Criminal Rule 5 with the felony case. Unless there's objection. Is there any objections, Mr. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Bond has been previously set in the amount of $50,000, cash surety 10%, with conditions the defendant remain drug and alcohol free. He's subject to random chemical testing. He's to have no contact with Marissa Soder. Misdemeanor case, $10,000, cash surety 10%, same conditions. Mr. Martin.
Your Honor, we would ask for a lower bond. I understand the court has concerns, but for my client, these bonds are prohibitively high for him to be able to meet them, for his family to attempt to help them meet them, and I believe that causes an issue under the 8th Amendment. We ask for a reduction in bonds, just allowing the opportunity to post a bond at this time. Thank you.
Mr. Lewis?
Your Honor, it's the state's position that the bonds as currently set are appropriate and proportionate to the seriousness of these offenses, and also proportionate to Mr. Kessler's substantial criminal history. To protect society from future criminal actions by Mr. Kessler, also to protect Ms. Soder, protect her well-being and her safety from any, from Mr. Kessler. On the PR bond. So we'd ask that the bonds remain the same and not be modified at this time. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Soder, there's been testimony that you obtained a civil protection order in common police court
Yes.
against Mr. Kessler.
Yes.
Do you know when that you obtained that?
About a month ago.
Okay. Is it a temporary order? Is there another hearing
I
scheduled?
have a hearing at the end of this month.
Why would you do this, baby? Why,
Would you
man?
be quiet, man? Please be quiet, Mr. Kessler, please, or I'll shut you down. Miss,
Shut it down, man.
okay, you're shut down.
Shut it down. There's nothing else you can do to me, man.
Okay. Ms. Soder, can you tell me what circumstances led to you obtaining the civil protection order? Was it this incident or a previous or another incident?
Back in December, we got into an argument. He tried taking, well, he did. He took my bed and my daughter's bed.
I'm just saying, are they separate circumstances? Get out of the courtroom. You're out. Get that guy out of my courtroom. Get out of the courtroom! Lock that door. Bond will continue as previously set in both cases. Anything further, Mr. Lewis?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Martin?
Nothing for your, thank you.
Okay, this matter is concluded. Thank you.